On April 27, 2021, just 3 months after Helen's death, Snow posted content featuring themselves cosplaying as Ayano Aishi. This content, created in the same location where Helen died, repulsed many people. In the summer of 2020, 2 weeks prior to Helen's departure for her first college semester, she relocated from her parents' home to the residence shared by Snow and their friends on the outskirts of Houston. Helen's decision stemmed from the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, with her parents being considered high-risk individuals. Faced with the choice between living with her parents and being unable to see her friends, or moving in with her friends to maintain close contact, Helen opted for independence, as many young adults do. Despite Susan's reservations about Helen's departure, she reluctantly agreed. In the fall of 2020, Susan accompanied Helen to Oberlin College for her first and only semester as a college student. Susan remained optimistic that Helen would eventually return home, viewing their association with Snow as a passing phase. Helen's time on campus was abruptly cut short in November 2020 due to a resurgence of COVID-19 and subsequent school closures. Returning to Snow's house in Houston, Helen continued her classes remotely. She occasionally visited her parents' home, hosting outdoor Thanksgiving dinners and enjoying moments with her family, such as sharing brandy and eggnog with her mom on Christmas Eve. In the early hours of Sunday morning, January 17, 2021, Helen, Snow, and 5 friends were drinking vodka, Dr. Pepper, and Coca-Cola at their shared home in Houston. At some point during the evening, while watching the TV show Gotham, Snow mentioned having a gun similar to one used by the villain Penguin in the show. Snow then revealed a Glock handgun, reportedly left behind by their ex-boyfriend after moving out. After spending some time playing with the gun, one of Snow's housemates requested that Snow pretend to shoot them. Believing the firearm to be unloaded, Snow complied. It was at this point that Helen said, "Oh, shoot me!" Snow placed the gun on the left side of Helen's head, pulled the trigger, and instead of a click, a loud pop was heard. Helen collapsed to the ground, with blood seeping into the carpet. Panicked, Helen's friends scrambled to find something to stop the bleeding, opting for a large red and white teddy bear. Meanwhile, Snow retrieved a towel from upstairs while awaiting the arrival of emergency medical technicians, EMTs. Upon the arrival of paramedics and deputies, witnesses were separated and questioned about the events of the night. Snow cooperated and provided a recorded audio statement. Snow explained that they and their friends often played with the gun, believing it to be safe as their ex-boyfriend claimed to have removed all the bullets from the magazine. Although they usually returned the gun to its case, heavy drinking led them to neglect doing so this time. Helen's mother considers it plausible that the shooting was unintentional, as asserted by witnesses and the shooter, yet she doubts her daughter would have requested Snow to shoot her. The phone call received around 1:30 a.m. on Sunday jolted Helen's parents awake. Rushing to the hospital, they found their daughter with a bandaged head. Helen's mother immediately inquired about Helen's cognitive condition. Doctors quickly dispelled any hope. Helen had no cognitive function. Helen was placed on life support. When Susan learned that Helen had been shot and that Snow had pulled the trigger, she was shocked. Helen had not been exposed to firearms growing up, and only a few weeks prior, Philip had asked Helen if Snow and their friends possessed any weapons inside the house, to which Helen denied. However, it was later revealed that this wasn't the first time the gun had been handled in the house. Unknown to Susan, Helen had signed an organ donor card. The hospital requested to maintain life support to facilitate organ donation, and though initially asked to wait 3 days, Susan consented to 2, unable to endure further anguish. 2 days after the shooting, with her mother singing Beatles songs and show tunes at her bedside, Helen was taken off life support and pronounced dead at 5:18 p.m. Helen Rose Hastings, born and raised in Houston, studied neurobiology, psychology, and fine arts at Oberlin College. Helen, the only daughter of Philip Hastings and Susan Rosenberg, both acclaimed geneticists at Baylor College of Medicine, identified as they and them. Helen, with a diverse range of hobbies, including swimming, theater, chorus, rock band camp, and robotics, expressed a desire to know everything. At 7 years old, Helen shared with her mother the aspiration to establish an institute for women scientists in Japan and later find a cure for misophonia, a disorder they suffered from, causing certain sounds to be unbearable. Despite being friendly and extroverted, Helen faced intense bullying in middle school, partly due to their small stature and struggles with misophonia. Additionally, entering a same-sex relationship in junior high led to outing Helen as pansexual. Seeking solace, Helen found comfort in cosplay conventions, becoming enamored with the escapism the community provided. As a talented cosplayer, Helen gained a minor following on Instagram and Musical.ly, portraying characters like Carcat from Homestuck and Mystery Girl from Steven Universe. Initially skeptical, Helen's mother, Susan, did not fully comprehend the appeal of the cosplay community, considering the age disparity. Around 10th grade, Helen met yandere freak, aka Snow, through the Houston cosplay circuit, where Snow was known as Snow the Salt Queen. Marianne Oliver Snow, also known as Yandere Freak, Yandere Snow, and Snow the Salt Queen, gained recognition in the cosplay community, amassing 1.6 million TikTok followers for their portrayals of Japanese anime characters. Snow, who prefers they-them pronouns, was especially renowned for cosplaying characters from the Danganronpa series, a Japanese video game known for its intense storyline where teens are forced to fight to the death. With delicate features suited for diverse character portrayals, Snow achieved cosplay stardom, accumulating a substantial following on Instagram, Musical.ly, and TikTok, reaching 1.6 million followers on TikTok by 2021 before the account suspension. Snow gained popularity for cosplaying as Junko, a main character in Danganronpa. However, Snow took their affinity for the character to another level, embracing the yandere archetype to extreme degree. Although Junko Enoshima isn't a yandere because she is only attracted to the idea of causing despair. In their old Instagram bio, Snow identified themselves as the in real life Junko Enoshima, displaying possessiveness towards the character and criticizing others who cosplayed as Junko. As a prominent figure in the Houston cosplay circuit, Snow led a close-knit social circle, including Helen Hastings. Snow's penchant for controversy and drama, earning them the moniker Regina George of the cosplay community, played a role in uniting the group. Snow thrived on leveraging controversies and call-outs for publicity. They will wait out the drama and use that notoriety to make themselves even more known and possible. In January 2019, Snow faced backlash for a provocative video atop a gravestone while cosplaying as Junko. Snow, leveraging the controversy, embraced the persona of an edgy cosplayer, earning the moniker Graveyard Junko. Responding to the backlash, Snow went live on TikTok, applying their makeup and stating to viewers, "I didn't know there were so many goddamn rules in a graveyard." Subsequently, Snow faced accusations of other questionable behavior, including upcharging a fellow member of the cosplay community for a low-quality Junko wig, which they sold for $300. Notably, Snow was also well known for taking their cosplay too far. They had a reputation for posing with real blades instead of fake swords at conventions, contravening regulations that prohibit carrying weapons on the convention floor. In one instance, according to Lace, a fellow cosplayer acquainted with Snow, they attended a convention cosplaying as Toga while draped in real hypodermic needles. Reports from the community indicate that Snow was consistently surrounded by friends, many of whom lived in the same house as Snow, also did cosplay, and frequently appeared in Snow's social media posts. Individuals outside this close-knit circle have expressed discomfort with Snow and their friends' behavior, with some describing the social dynamic as toxic. What was particularly troubling, according to Helen's friends, was Snow and their friends' tendency to transition in and out of alternate identities or alters, primarily based on anime characters, with most of these identities being villains, such as Toga from the anime My Hero Academia. On their previous website, accessible through their old Instagram, Snow listed a variety of alters within their claimed system, encompassing a wide range of gender identities and ages. Snow frequently posted content under various alters on their Instagram. Morgan Gross, who dated Helen during their senior year at Fusion Academy, recalled a peculiar distinction observed while spending time with Helen and their friends at Snow's house. There was a discernible separation between individuals diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder and those who simply kinned or strongly identified with characters. Gross's realization of this dynamic occurred during a pool party at Helen's parents' house, where she witnessed a member of Snow's household exhibiting notably different behavior, including a squeakier voice and shyer personality. Gross observed frequent shifts between identities, turning violent on more than one occasion, with individuals resorting to shoving or slapping each other during these transitions. Whether Snow or any of their friends actually had dissociative identity disorder remains unknown. When approached for comment, Snow's lawyer, Mayer, declined to confirm or deny any psychological diagnoses. Specifically asked about DID, he stated that it was the first time he had heard of such a suggestion. Dissociative identity disorder, DID, is a highly stigmatized and frequently misunderstood condition. Contrary to common stereotypes, individuals diagnosed with DID are more likely to be victims of violent crime than to perpetrate it themselves. It's crucial to recognize these misconceptions and promote understanding and empathy towards individuals truly living with this disorder, as they often face significant challenges and deserve support and respect. As Helen became more involved in Snow's social circle, they began to explore other kinnies, or characters they identified with, often portraying them on their other Instagram accounts. Helen's friends observed their increasing protectiveness towards Snow, whom they loved platonically, and witnessed Helen consistently defending Snow amidst the controversies they attracted. However, as Helen delved deeper into Snow's social circle, her friends and family members noticed concerning changes in her behavior. Snow and their housemates engaged in frequent drinking and marijuana use, much to the disapproval of Helen's mother, Susan. On one occasion, while still in high school, Helen expressed a desire to drop out and work at Goodwill, reportedly influenced by their friends, which greatly upset Susan. Despite these challenges, Helen remained steadfast in their support for Snow and their friends. Close acquaintances noted Helen's willingness to recognize Snow's complexities, but never heard them speak negatively about Snow, as it wasn't in her nature to do so. Moreover, Helen's loved ones observed that Snow appeared to genuinely care for Helen, further reinforcing Helen's loyalty to their friend. Snow, who had no prior criminal record, surrendered to authorities the day after the shooting and was subsequently released from jail on a $20,000 bond. However, during the summer of 2021, Snow violated bond conditions multiple times by allowing the GPS monitoring device battery to go dead, breaking curfew, even attending events such as Anime Matsuri in July 2021. However, on October 12, 2021, the court decided to remove the GPS and curfew requirements following an argument from defense attorney Brent Mayer, deeming them unnecessary and unreasonable. The new bond conditions mandate Snow to seek mental health treatment while still prohibiting them from consuming alcohol or drugs, possessing firearms, or contacting the victim's family. For months, those outside of Helen's close circle in Houston remained unaware of the circumstances surrounding her death. It was only through a brief email from the Oberlin College communications team that her college friends learned of her passing. Due to the lack of information provided in the email and the difficulty in reaching Helen's parents, who were not checking emails, many initially assumed Helen had taken her own life. The details surrounding how the gun discharged remain unclear. One of Snow's housemates informed the police that they saw Snow removing the clip before they began playing with the gun, purportedly to prevent accidents. However, Snow claimed they did not believe they had reinserted the magazine into the gun, but acknowledged the possibility that they may have done so without thinking about it because they were really drunk. Helen's friends, still believing Helen had died by taking her life, were shocked to see a comment on Snow's Instagram account alleging that Snow had shot Helen. They initially dismissed it as a rumor, as Snow had continued posting on social media shortly after Helen's death, leading them to believe Snow could not have been involved. On April 27, 2021, just 3 months after Helen's death, Snow posted content featuring themselves cosplaying as Ayano Aishi, the protagonist of Yandere Simulator, brandishing a baseball bat and adopting a menacing demeanor. This content, created in the same location where Helen died, repulsed many people. Snow's content led to TikTok accounts posting videos about the murder, claiming that Snow used Helen's blood as a background for her videos, though these claims were not proven to be true. Additionally, Snow also maintained an OnlyFans page, charging $40 a month for premium content. Despite witnessing Hastings' death, none of the other housemates have been charged. Attorney Mayer asserts that Snow has struggled to cope with the aftermath and received no psychological counseling in recent months since the incident. Their family only learned of Hastings' death and Snow's involvement when the story became public.